Welcome to Augusta Prep's Middle School Sports Assembly for 2020 fall season. My name is Harry Batchelor and I'm your athletic director. Well, with great pride and admiration, you did it. All 6 fall middle school sports teams were able to have a season during the most challenging times. We could not have done this without the cooperation, flexibility, and support from the athletes, coaches, parents, and leadership team and the faculty. Our first priority was to consistently carry out the COVID-19 protocols to ensure the safety of all our student athletes as well as everyone involved. Our next goal was just finding a way to have these kids play. Congratulations to all. It's been a great example of team effort. On behalf of my coaches, they all would like to thank their parents, team parents, assistant coaches, faculty, bus drivers, and custodians, and most of all, their athletes. You'll now hear from some of our coaches.
Hello, my name is Coach Cassidy. I have had the privilege of coaching this year's B volleyball team. We've had a very young team comprised of only 5th and 6th graders this year. From the first practice to the last game, they improved in all aspects. With that being said, I am so proud of all of their accomplishments throughout the season. At this time, I would like to introduce the 2020 B team. 6th grade, Priyanka Chakshi, Elizabeth Jives, Jackie Suh, Skylar Sykerbite, Callan Trapp. 5th grade, Mackenzie Easters, Karis Little, Alana Miller, Priyanka Patel. I have the privilege of giving this year's Coaches Award to a young lady who never complained, always hustled, and always was willing to help others. She led through her actions. This award goes to Skylar Sykerbite.
Hello, Coach Bailey here, and I have the privilege of introducing this year's 2020 A volleyball team. This is a great group of young ladies. They were a dedicated group of players. They worked hard day in and day out. They never gave up and always made the other team work for every point. We learned to 6-2 really early in the season. They understood their playing rotations and every single player improved throughout the course of the season. Our overall record did not reflect the level of play we exhibited throughout the season. They worked well together and they only wanted what was best for each other. They are funny, they're talkative, smart, and overall a really special group of young ladies. Thanks for a great season. We will miss the 8th graders, but look forward to watching them continue their love of volleyball in the upper school. And the rest, I look forward to working with you where we left off. At this time, I would like to introduce this year's team. 8th graders, Lauren Easters, Samantha Joffrey, Bailey Hang, Tanisha Kumar, Raina Patel, Annabelle Simmons, Shay Sutherbyte, and Amelie Wang. Our 7th graders are Paige Chambers, Reese Little, and Grace Suh. I say this every year, the hardest part of a coach's job is picking award winners. We preach all season about teamwork and playing unselfishly. It is a difficult task. Everybody did different things to contribute to this year's team, from serving to understanding their rotations. This year I have chosen 2 Coaches Awards. My first Coaches Award goes to someone who learned a new position this year. She was unselfish and did what was best for the team. She played in every game, giving every situation the best of her ability. She is a strong server, many times serving aces. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for this young lady. My first Coaches Award goes to Lauren Easters. My second Coaches Award goes to a player who perfected her position from last year. She too was unselfish and did what was best for her team. These 2 girls worked really well together and were the glue that held the team together. I look forward to the impact that she will have on the team in the upper school. My second Coaches Award goes to Amelie Wang. Congratulations to the members of both teams. Well done.
Good afternoon. I was all set to repeat my introduction from last year to say how both teams aced the season, but that would not serve us right this year as the stars did not align. The stars only let the girls win this year. Like all teams, we were challenged by situations that really was no fault of ours, such as losing players to injuries and quarantine, sometimes both at the same time, where boys and girls teams were only playing with half of its team members. You could say it was so bad, even the courts couldn't help us. But hey, we were grateful to even have had a season. I was so proud of how each team member stepped up when the going was tough. Members of the boys team in 3 occasions played in positions completely outside of their comfort zone for the good of the team. Good news, we still managed a 7-5 season winning record. Our girls at the end of the season were left with 4 girls in the individual tournament, but as a team, they did manage to finish the season in first place as champions of the league for the 4th year in a row. So here's the boys team. The boys team, number 1 singles, Alex Cassidy, opened the season with a fantastic win against Mead Hall, his match winning 9-7. He was on his way to having a great season using his newly acquired serve and volley method. However, he did suffer some injuries, and he had to sit out a few matches. Tim Grutner, number 2 singles, Mr. Fearless, had a bit of a slow start, then started winning multiple matches until there was a need to stay at home. He missed 3 crucial matches. However, he was safe, and that is all that counts. Jake Johnson, number 3 singles, a player that improved exponentially throughout the season. Midway through the season, he went outside his comfort zone to help the team play in the number 1 singles spot. He had to do that in 3 matches, and he did so well. But he didn't win, but his game improved significantly thereafter. Our doubles 1 team, Hayden Post and Victor Baldwin. Oh man, this team was to be reckoned with. All season long, they played with style, strategy, and pizzazz. For our number 2 doubles, we had 2 teams this year. We had a team made of Roy Gamble and Aiden Coe, and a team made with Arun Jayabalan and Lorene Blankenberg. These 2 teams alternated matches during the season. They were both so strong, we decided to split the number of matches. Both teams really played well. Now for the awards. There's going to be 2 coaches award, and it's really hard to pick them. As you all know, the whole team really should get a coaches award. They really did do their best this year. But we have to pick 2. So the coaches award goes to someone who just gave it his best every time he stepped on the court. He also has one of the best attitudes for improving, and his enthusiasm for playing the sport is never ending. And even if he does not like to do something, like playing singles, he does it. So the award goes to Victor Baldwin. The second coach's award goes to another athlete who gives it his all. He goes that extra. The coach's award goes to someone who just gave it his best every time he stepped on the court. He also has one of the best attitudes for improving, and his enthusiasm for playing the sport is never ending. And even if he does not like to do something, like playing singles, he does it. So the award goes to Victor Baldwin. The second coach's award goes to another athlete who gives it his all. He goes that extra mile, helps the coach without being asked. He too has a great attitude and enthusiasm for the game. The award goes to Hayden Post. Congratulations. Way to go, boys. Great season. Now for the girls team. What an amazing record they had this season. 9-1 winning record, almost perfect. All right, the girls team. Number 1, singles, Grace Greer, lost only 1 match this whole season, and that was against Mead Hall. She learned from that because it was early in the season, and when she met her opponent again the second time, she took care of business. Randy Ebron Frails, number 2 singles, was also on her way to winning all her matches until 3/4 of the way through the season. She slipped in a match versus Westminster and was out for the rest of the season due to her injury. Sarah Vender, number 3 singles, the most versatile player. She stepped into many roles filling positions due to injuries and quarantine, winning all her single matches, even when she stepped into singles 2 position. Hannah Kelly and Lauren Fudge, our number 1 doubles team. Great team, played with excellent teamwork. These 2 were a champion team last year. This year, they were working their way to match last year's success, but unfortunately, the team broke up due to quarantine. Again, sad, but it made it safe for everyone, so we appreciate your sacrifice. Joanne Bender and Mary Russell Toole. Boy, what a team. This team won every single match they played this season. Alternate, Sarah Al-Sayed, also had a good season, practicing with us between her cross-country workouts and meets. Now for the awards. The Coach's Award goes to the most flexible and versatile player who exhibited tremendous character, teamwork, and patience in every practice and match. It goes to Sarah Bender. The Cavalier Award goes to a relentless tennis athlete. She's someone who takes care of her business, helps her team with drills and games, and just an all-around excellent leader. It goes to none other than Grace Greer. Congratulations, all you guys.
This concludes our middle school fall 2020 sports, and we look forward to seeing the kids play for basketball and swim this coming winter. Thank you.